Okay, so hi folks, we're going to continue with our talk in this second Brother Dartez Math Lecture Series. We're still in the Vedic Maths Essentials, and previously we have talked about a special case in multiplication, that is multiplication by nines, and we're going to continue with multiplication and then move forward from that special case, and then that will serve as a springboard to this general case multiplication. So when all from 9 and last from 10 multiplication process is not feasible to be used, we then go and use the sutra. This is Udva Tigyayam. Again, Udva Tigyayam. So in English, that's vertically and crosswise. In this part of the talk, we will be learning to multiply. We'll learn how to multiply 2 by 2 digits, 3 by 3 digits, etc. in a one-line fashion as much as we can, and we will be making use of bar numbers or bar digits in place of large digits. So we're going to talk about that here. So multiplication of a two-digit numbers. How do we do that using the vertically and crosswise approach in Vedic mathematics? So first step would be, imagine this to be two digits. This will be the first number, and this is the second number. So the step one will be, we're going to multiply from left to right, everybody. So remember that one of the features of Vedic mathematics is that we can multiply from left going to right. So first up, we're going to multiply the tens digit of the first number, the first factor, by the tens digit of the second factor rather. Okay, so that's step one. So we'll multiply that um, straightly. Then the next step would be, we will do the crosswise approach. That is, we're going to multiply the tens digit of the first number by the ones digit of the other number, and then we're going to add that to the product of the ones digit of the first number by the tens digit of the second number. I'm going to show you an example of that afterwards. Okay, so that's our crosswise method. And then lastly, for our third step, our vertical ones to ones multiplication. So to give you an example, let's take a look at this. Example, we have 21 times 23. So how do we do that? So we write 21 like this and 23 like this. And then we'll multiply step number one, tens by tens. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then step two will be the crosswise method. 2 times 3, okay, is 6, plus 1 times 2 is 2, giving us 6 plus 2 is equal to 8, and that's our middle step. And then lastly, 1 times 3 is 3, and this is our answer in multiplication of 21 times 23 in a one-line fashion, everybody. Okay, so that's one example. Let's have more. So we have 26 times 11, so we write it like this, 26 times 11. How do we do that? First step, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1, crosswise method. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 6 times 1 is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. And then 6 times 1 is 6. And then what we have is 286. Okay, so if you're aware of the shortcut by multiplication of 11, you can see that what we have is bring down the tens digit, add the first the tens and the ones digit, that's 8, and then bring down the ones digit. So that's our shortcut, 286. More examples. We have 42 times 13 and 59 times 17. So let's do that here. 42 times 13. So how do we do that? 4 times 1 for the first step is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 times 1 is 2. So 12 plus 2 is going to give us 14. So how do we do that since it's a two-digit number and we only have one place here? We're going to do it like this, 1 and 4. That is, we're going to carry this 1 here to the hundredths place, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So after carrying this, what we have is 5, 4, 6. Okay, so that's our answer for this example. Next example is 59 times 17. Okay, so that's a bit challenging. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 7 is 35. I'm going to write it here so that we won't get confused. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 9 times 1 is 9. That's going to give us what? This is equal to 44. So that's pretty much 44. And then 7 times 6 is going to be 63. So let's do the necessary carries. So this becomes 9, but this becomes 10. And then this 10 here in the tens digit will be carried off again to the next 10. So this 9 becomes 10. This becomes 0. This becomes 3. And that's our answer for this example. Okay, next example. We have 49 times 15. I really gave you a lot of examples here so that you can see how it works. So we have 49 times 15. Step 1, 4 times 1 is 4. Step 2, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 9 times 1. So 20 plus 9, let's try not to write it anymore. 20 plus 9 is 29. And then 9 times 5 is 45. Do the necessary carries. This becomes 8, but notice that this becomes 13. So this 8 here becomes 9, this becomes 3 here, okay? And this is 5 over here, okay? So what we have is, this is 4 plus 2, not 4 times 2, my bad. 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 1 is going to be 7, okay? That's a honest mistake. Okay, and so that's 735. Here we have 38 times 32. What do we have? 3 times 3 is 9. Crosswise method, 3 times 2 is 6. And then plus 8 times 3 is going to give us 24. So 24 plus 6 is going to give us 30. And then we have 8 times 2 is 16. Carry 1, then we have 6 here. Do the necessary carries. 9 plus 3 is 12. 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 6 here. So hence what we have in this example is 1216. Okay, so let's have more examples of this. The next part will be the practice already in the exercise. So let's do this. Next example, 91 times 75. So 9 times 7 is 63. We can just put it right like that. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 1 times 7. So 45 plus 7 is going to give us 52. And then 1 plus 5 is going to be 5. So do the necessary carries. What we have is 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then 25. So this is our answer. Okay. Next is we have here 45 times 81. So 4 times 8 is going to give us 32. Let's do the crosswise part. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 8 times 5 is going to give us 40. So 40 plus 4 is going to be 44. Bring down 5 here. That's gonna be rather 5 times 1, right? So that's gonna become 5. So do the necessary carries. We have 3, 6, 4, 5, and that's our answer for this example here. Okay, hopefully you got the hang of it, and I'm going to give you a practice in the next part. So this is going to be worth 30 seconds. Perform the indicated operations, making use of vertically and crosswise. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So you may pause the video if you want. 30 seconds starts now. Okay, you should be almost done with number 1. All right, you should be number 2 right now. Okay, the crosswise in number 2, doing the carries. And then you should be in number 3 now. Okay, crosswise approach. Last, doing the carries, and then you must be done right now. Okay, so these are our answers. Okay, so how do we end up with this? Let's have some answers to. So why did we end up here? So we have 67 times 52. So let's do that. 6 times 5 is going to give us 30. Crosswise, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 35, which is 5 times 7. So 12 plus 35 is going to give us 47. So we're going to put 4 here as a carry, 7 here is our answer, and we have 7 times 2 is going to be 14. Do the necessary carries. So what we have is 3, 4, 8, 4, which is pretty much the same here. Okay, for number 2, what we have here is 42 times 34. So 3 times 4, or rather 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 2 times 3, that is 6. So 16 plus 6 is going to give us 22. And then 4 times 2 is 8. Do the carries. What we have is 1, 4, 2, 8, and that's our answer, number 2. Number 3, we have 39 times 32. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 rather is 6. 6 plus 9 times 3, which is 27. So 6 plus 27 is going to give us 33. And then 9 times 2 is 18. So let's do the carries. I'll just put it here because it cannot fit. What we have is 12, 4, 8, which is equal to this. Okay, so that's how we do our practice, and that's the solutions. Hopefully you got it also in yourself. If you have a score of 2 or better, or 3, that will be good. Okay, now in the next part of this talk, we'll be still in multiplication, but of 2-digit numbers to be exact. But now I'm going to introduce on how to use the bar digits, or the bar numbers. So when performing arithmetic, there are many instances where we naturally use bar numbers but fail to pay much heed to it, so that in such a way that we don't really see it, but actually what we're doing within our brains, our processes is that we're applying it without putting much heed to it. So for instance, in mentally multiplying 199 by 2, one natural method is to double 200 and take away 2, leaving 398. So we're going to apply this bar numbers, and it is seen to be useful when we apply it with a vertical and crosswise multiplication. So take a look at this. We have 39 times 32. Okay, 39 times 32, which is the one we have shown here before, 39 times 32. So the answer is 1248. But notice, if we're going to make use of the bar numbers in such a way that we're going to change 39 into something like 4 bar 1, right? So 1 taken away from 40 is going to be 39. So 4 bar 1 instead of 39, and then we're going to multiply that by 32. What do we have is 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, then we're going to add that by 3 bar 1. So 3 times minus 1. Imagine bar numbers to be negative numbers. So 3 bar 1 is like multiplying 3 times negative 1. So that's going to give us negative 3. Okay, so 8 plus negative 3, we're going to proceed to subtraction, and that will give us 5 over here. And then 2 times bar 1, so 2 times negative 1 is going to give us negative 2. So we're going to fix the bar numbers in such a way that it will become 1, 2, use all from 9 at the last from 10. This becomes 4. And then this becomes, since it's the last number, it's 1, 2, 4, 8, which is pretty much the same answer from before. 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay? So it's much better to use the bar numbers, only that we may be confused with the negative sign, but with much practice, it will be much faster. Notice that we're not using big numbers here, but we're just making use of negative numbers. So let's have more examples out of this. So here we have 29 times 49. So instead of making this 29 and then 49, we're going to convert this into bar numbers in such a way it will become 3 bar 1, and this will become 5 bar 1. So which will make things better. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times bar 1 is bar 3 or negative 3, plus 5 times bar 1 is bar 5, which is negative 5. So bar 3 plus bar 5 is going to give us bar 8. Okay, and then bar 1 times bar 1, so negative 1 times negative 1 is going to give us positive 1. So we're going to make use of the sutra, all from and the last from 10. This becomes 1, 4, 2, 1, and that's the answer when we multiply 29 times 49. Imagine if we're not going to make use of the bar numbers, the process will be big. Okay, in such a way that the middle step and the ones digit will be quite big since we're multiplying 9 times 9. And it's in that process, actually in our traditional method, it's in that process, in the partial fractions, partial products rather, in the partial products, that's where most of the confusions and the carelessness happens. So in Vedic maths, we try to get rid of that. Okay, so next is we have 27 times 31. We're going to change 27 into 3 bar 3. Since 30 deducted by 3 is going to give us 27, and then we're going to put 31 over here. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 3 times bar 3 is bar 9. So take a look at this bar 9 to be negative 9. So 3 plus bar 9 is going to give us a bar 6. All right. So since 3 plus negative 9 is going to give us negative 6. So that's bar 6. And then bar 3 times 1 is going to give us bar 3. So all from 9 the last from 10, this will give us 8. This is not the last number, so we're going to take it from 9. That's going to give us 3. This is the last number, so we're going to take it from 10. This is going to be 7. So that's our answer, 387. So 27 times 31 is 387. Okay, let's take a look at more examples. So here we have 29 times 37. So we have 29 and 37. Both of them will convert them into bar numbers, shall we? This 29 will become 3 bar 1, and this 37 will become 4 bar 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times bar 3 is bar 9, plus 4 times bar 1 is bar 4. So bar 9 plus bar 4 is going to be bar 13. So bar 13 is going to be bar 1, bar 3 over here. Okay, and then bar 1 times bar 3 is going to give us positive 3. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to fix first the carries. So remember, in our carries, since if this is a positive number, if this is not a bar number, we're going to add 1 to it, right? So imagine, since it's a bar number, we're going to do the opposite. So instead of adding 1, we're going to deduct 1. So this becomes 1 1 bar 3 3. Getting rid of the bar number here, so what we have is all from 9 to the last from 10. 1 0 7 3. So 1073. And that's our answer for this example. Next example is we have 59 times 19. Convert them, both of them, into bar numbers. So 59 becomes 6 bar 1, and 19 becomes 20 bar 1. So do the multiplication. 6 times 12 is going to give us, 6 times 2 is going to give us 12. 6 times bar 1 is bar 6, plus 2 times bar 1 is bar 2. This is going to give us bar 8 as a sum, so that's bar 8 over here. And then bar 1 times bar 1 is positive 1. So let's do the necessary Nikalam Sutra. We have 1, 1, 2, 1. And that's our answer for this example. Okay, carry on. Let's have more practice here. And you may pause the video for this. Do the indicated operations making use of bar numbers. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds for that. Okay, you should be in finishing number 1 right now. Okay, you should start with number 2 now. The middle step in 2. Now ending it. Number 3 now. All right. Last parts in number 3, finishing number 3, 2, 1, and then these are the answers. Okay, so this is the answers for um from our practice there. So how do we answer this? So we have 29. We're going to make use of bar numbers here. 29 becomes 3 bar 1, and then multiply that by 34. That will give us 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 12 plus 3 times bar 1 is bar 3. So we're going to deduct 12 plus negative 3 is positive 9. And 4 times bar 1 is bar 4. Do the simplification, that becomes 9, 8, 6 by the Nicolam Sutra, or the all from 9 and the last from 10. That's pretty much correct. Number 2, what we have is 49 times 58. Let's convert them into bar digits or bar numbers. This becomes 5 bar 1. This becomes 6 bar 2. Hence, what we have is 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times bar 2 is bar 10. Plus 6 times bar 1 is bar 6. Adding them will give us bar 16. So this becomes bar 16. So bar 1 would be here, and bar 6 would be here. And bar 2 times bar 1 is going to give us positive 2. So this becomes 30 minus 1 first. We have 29. Bar 6, 2. And then we're going to simplify that further. So this becomes 28. All from and the last from 10. Last from 10. So that becomes 4. And this becomes 2. So what we have is 2842 for number 2. And for number 3, what we have is 28 by 42. We're going to convert 28 into a bar number that gives us 3 bar 2. We multiply that by 42. This will give us 3 times 4 is 12. 6 times 2 is 6. Plus 4 times bar 2 is bar 8. This will give us bar 2 in the end. So bar 2 here. And then 2 bar 2 times 2 is going to give us bar 4. So all from 9 to the last from 10, this becomes 1, 1, 9, all from 9, 7, last from 10, 6. So what we have is 1,176. Okay, and that's our answer for 5.2. Oh, that is the multiplication, making use of the multiplication of 2-digit numbers using bar numbers. Okay, so I think I need to cut the video into this. In the next parts, we're going to learn about multiplication beyond the 2 digits. That is multiplication in 3 digits. I'll give you a sample of multiplication of 4 digits, and then you can just carry on by yourself. And then we're going to apply the sutra vertically and crosswise into algebraic products. Okay, making use of 2 binomials. We're going to treat those as 2 digits or a 2-digit number, and we're going to apply that into ones into trinomials. Okay, multiplying trinomial by trinomial. Okay, so that's it for now. See you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.